Have you ever felt like you're living a life designed by someone else? Trapped by expectations, paralyzed by judgment, or constantly seeking approval? It's a common modern predicament, feeling like a prisoner to forces outside yourself, unable to truly chart your own course and define your own happiness. We often chase external markers of success, only to find an emptiness within. But what if there was an ancient path, a philosophy forged in the crucible of challenge that could grant you the courage to reclaim your life? A way to build an inner resilience so profound that external pressures simply lose their grip, allowing you to live authentically on your own terms? That path, my friends, is Stoicism, and today we explore its profound wisdom. At the heart of Stoicism lies a radical idea of freedom, one that challenges our conventional understanding. It's not about being free from external constraints like laws or obligations, but rather about an internal liberation. The Roman philosopher Seneca, a statesman and advisor to Emperor Nero, articulated this beautifully. He who is brave is free. Consider the bravery Seneca speaks of. It's not the reckless courage of a warrior charging in a battle, but a far more subtle and profound form of inner fortitude. It is the courage to be indifferent to things outside your control, the opinions of others, the fickle hand of fate, the promise of gain, or the threat of loss. This is where true freedom begins. Most of us spend our lives chasing external freedoms, financial independence, social status, the freedom to travel or to acquire possessions. We believe these will bring us happiness and autonomy. Yet, how often do we find ourselves still tethered, still anxious, still not truly free? The Stoics understood this fundamental misdirection. True freedom, the Stoics taught, is a state of mind. It's the ability to act according to your own reason and values, unswayed by external pressures or fleeting desires. It's the courage to choose virtue, even when the path of least resistance offers immediate gratification. This choice is entirely within your power, an impregnable fortress. This notion of internal liberation is central to living life on your own terms. If you are brave enough to detach your self-worth from external outcomes, if you can face criticism or even ostracism with equanimity, then you are indeed free. You're no longer a slave to external validation or fear of judgment, but master of your own domain. What often prevents us from embracing this freedom? Fear. Fear of failure, fear of not being enough, fear of missing out, fear of standing alone. These fears bind us tighter than any physical chain, dictating our choices and narrowing the scope of our lives. They are the invisible cages we build for ourselves. Stoicism provides the tools to dismantle these cages. By recognizing what is truly within our control, our judgments, desires, and actions, and what is not, we can redirect our energy. We learn to cultivate an inner citadel, a stronghold of character that cannot be breached by the unpredictability of the outside world, no matter how turbulent. To live on your own terms is to build this inner fortress, to understand that your authentic self is not defined by what you possess or what others think of you, but by the unwavering integrity of your character. This profound understanding empowers you to bravely face life, knowing your freedom resides solely within you. Let us turn again to Seneca, who understood the profound difficulties of human existence with remarkable clarity. He offered another piercing insight that resonates deeply in our modern age, revealing a subtle yet powerful form of courage. Sometimes, even to live is an act of courage. Think about that for a moment. In a world saturated with demands, expectations, and constant noise, where every moment seems to require performance or projection, simply existing with integrity can be an immense challenge. It's not always about grand, heroic feats, but the quiet determination to persist, to endure, to be true to oneself. In our hyperconnected society, there's an incessant pressure to perform a version of ourselves for public consumption. We curate our lives, chasing external validation through likes, shares, and superficial achievements. This constant external focus can drain us, eroding our sense of self and making authentic living feel like a rebellious act. Consider the story of a young professional, Sarah, who excelled in a high-pressure corporate job. She had the prestige, the salary, the envy of her peers. Yet, she felt a gnawing emptiness, a sense that she was living a life that wasn't truly her own. The constant demands were suffocating her true passions and values. It took immense courage for Sarah to step off that path, to leave the dream job and pursue a simpler life, even if it meant less money and facing the raised eyebrows of friends and family. This wasn't a grand, public revolution, but a deeply personal act of defiance against societal norms, an act of courage to just be. This courage manifests in countless subtle ways every day. It's the courage to admit when you're wrong, to apologize sincerely, to say no to commitments that don't align with your values. It's the courage to sit with discomfort, to face grief or failure head-on, rather than escaping into distraction or denial. These are acts of genuine bravery. Sometimes, simply choosing to live thoughtfully, to pay attention to the present moment, rather than being swept away by the current of endless external stimuli, is an act of courage. It requires intentionality and a willingness to resist the easy path of distraction. This quiet defiance builds genuine inner strength over time. To live on your own terms means recognizing that your inherent worth is not contingent on external achievements or others' opinions. It means having the courage to embrace your unique journey, even when it diverges from the well-trodden path. It is this steadfastness, this quiet resilience, that truly embodies courageous living. Our final guide on this journey of courage is Epictetus, a former slave who rose to become one of the most influential Stoic teachers. His philosophy wasn't just theoretical, it was intensely practical, urging his students to live their truth. His timeless advice cuts through all pretense. Don't explain your philosophy. Embody it. This powerful quote reminds us that Stoicism, or any philosophy for that matter, isn't meant to be merely studied or debated in academic circles. It's a way of life, a set of principles to be demonstrated through action. The courage to live on your own terms isn't about grand pronouncements, but about consistent daily embodiment. How, then, do we embody this philosophy of courage in our daily lives? It begins with aligning your actions with your deepest values, even when it's inconvenient or challenging. This means practicing self-control when faced with temptations, exercising justice when it would be easier to look away, and cultivating wisdom in every choice. For instance, when faced with criticism, instead of immediately becoming defensive or explaining yourself, embody your philosophy. Take a moment. Is there truth in the criticism? If so, learn from it. If not, let it pass without internal agitation. Your calm response, not your words, demonstrates your inner fortitude and self-possession. Another practical application involves facing discomfort. Perhaps you have a task you're dreading or a difficult conversation you're avoiding. The Stoic approach is not to explain away your fear, but to courageously lean into it. Acknowledge the discomfort, then act despite it. This builds a muscle of resilience. Living on your own terms also means making conscious decisions about how you spend your time, energy, and attention, rather than passively letting them be dictated by external forces. It's the courage to decline invitations that don't serve your well-being or to prioritize your quiet work over constant social engagement. Your philosophy becomes visible in your interactions, your choices, your reactions. Do you complain incessantly, Or do you find gratitude in challenges? Do you chase fleeting pleasures? Or do you pursue lasting virtue? These small, consistent acts of embodiment are far more persuasive than any explanation you could offer. The courage to live on your own terms is ultimately the courage to be your authentic self, fully and unapologetically. It's a commitment to integrity that shines through your actions, inspiring those around you not by your words, but by the undeniable strength of your character. Let your life be your most profound statement. The wisdom of the Stoics offers a timeless roadmap to cultivate true courage, the courage to define your own terms, to find freedom within, and to embody your truth in every moment. It is a path not of ease, but of profound meaning and unwavering self-respect, leading to a life authentically lived, regardless of external circumstances. This journey requires consistent practice, self-awareness, and a willingness to challenge conventional wisdom. But the rewards are immeasurable: an inner peace that cannot be disturbed, a resilience that weathers any storm, and the quiet satisfaction of knowing you are truly living on your own terms. Begin today not by explaining, but by doing. If this exploration of Stoic courage resonated with you and offered a glimpse into a more resilient way of living, please subscribe for weekly Stoic wisdom and practical insights. Share your own thoughts on what courage to live on your own terms means to you in the comments below. Until next time, embody your philosophy.